Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today we have for you the start of my little mini series of my predictions for the 25-26 season, and we're kicking things off with the League 2. We'll be going through all of the 92, so also do League 1 and Championship and the Premier League, but League 2 and League 1 start the soonest, so I may as well do them first. I would like to do National League and that, but I simply don't have the time, so very busy time. Like, I normally do try and get a video out once a week. I'm doing 2 this week because we had the match play predictions earlier on. So yeah, but that's how it's going to go. I'll just be going through the League 2 table today. Then also at the end, I'll give you my playoff predictions as well. So, you know, the 4 teams I think are going to go up to League 1. So, as always, if you're excited for the video, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And now, let's get into it. Okay, so, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So if you don't know, currently 2 teams go down from League 2 to the National League. Then 2 teams come up, but they are looking to change it so you get 3 up, 3 down. And the quality of lots of these teams coming up to the National League, like, it's a pretty small gap between the National League and League 2. So I think it would be a good idea to have 3 up, 3 down between League 2 and National League, but only 2 go down at the moment. So in 24th, I have gone with Newport County, a team I've seen in the mix for relegation a lot when I've seen other people's predictions. Got the transfer window up, it's not great. Now you've got a few players there. Yeah, it's okay, but they've just not done enough. So yeah, sadly, I think they will go down. They've been in League 2 for an obscene amount of years, so maybe a little change of scenery, some non-league football might be alright for them. Anyways, 23rd place, the other team going down. This is a fairly big club in League 2. It's Accrington Stanley. I think they're getting relegated. You know, they've been in League 1 recently and everything, but I just don't know. I think lots of teams here are going to want to go up, you know, always competitive National League sides, and I think it's going to be hard for them to stay up. So yeah, they've had a few years in League 2, and I now think they're going to go down. It's aren't doing enough. And 22nd is a team who are very recently in League 1, like only a couple of years ago they got relegated. Cheltenham Town. The transfer window has been almost non-existent from them. Barely any signings brought in, and you can't be doing that, messing around like that. Last season, which I think, was their first season in League 2 in this club stint that they've had in League 2 since it went down. I saw people even saying that it would go straight back down then. We did get a relegated team do the double in League 2, Carlisle. But yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, so they narrowly survived. Also narrowly surviving Harrogate Town. Again, not many signings, you know, you got a few non-league players and like League 2 players brought in, but it's just not good enough, I'd say, for them to go any higher. But they're all right. They're establishing themselves definitely as a League 2 team, though, which that's good. And then 21st, maybe I've even got them a bit low. I have got 20th. I've got Barnet. I could have them higher, you know, but I don't know. I think lots of people, because of recent success, like with the Stockports, the Wrexhams, who just came up from the National League. Chesterfield have been doing great. People are hyping the 2 promoted teams up quite a lot. I don't think they're going to be as dominant, well, not dominant, but as good as they did in League Two, but I think they'll survive comfortably. I doubt Barnet to be in too much danger. And a very interesting one here. I've got Shrewsbury, newly relegated Shrewsbury in 19th. We've seen 2 years in a row, Carlisle and Forest Green both get double relegations, League One to National League. But Shrewsbury, I don't think they're going to go down, but they haven't done much transfer business. The club's having quite a difficult time at the moment, and I don't think it's going to be the best season, so I've got them 19th in League Two. Okay, so in 18th, I have the other newly promoted team, Oldham. We've seen they've got a pretty good squad and they've brought a few new players in, but again, as I said with Barnet, I do just think that those two teams are going to be overhyped just because of how good National League sides recently have done. But I still think 18th is solid for them, and I definitely think they'll be doing all right, hopefully pushing on in further seasons to get higher up the pyramid as they belong, because they're such a big team for League Two even. 17th, I've got Tranmere Rovers. Yeah, I had them to go down last season. This season, I think they'll be a lot more stable. They've got a few solid players that they've brought in from a couple of League One sides. So it's a pretty good transfer window, to be fair. We've got a few good players in there. So I do think that they're going to be comfortable, but not really pushing for any promotion or anything. 16th, bit of a fall off, I'd say. I've got Salford City in League in the 16th spot. I wasn't sure about them. I just don't think they're causing as much of a no, they're not seem to be in a position where they look like they could do really well. Let's have a look at the table last year. They came 8th, so they were one place off of playoffs, but I just don't think they're gonna have enough to continue that. And then another team who are pushing for playoffs a bit, another team have been stuck in this league for a long time. 15th is Colchester, and I just feel like again similar. I don't know if they'll be able to replicate their pretty good performances last year. Colchester 10th last year were doing quite well. 14th, I've got Fleetwood. I wasn't sure about them. I'd heard lots of good stuff about their transfer window. They've done some activity, but I don't think it's amazing. So 14th, pretty comfortable. I think that's a good spot for them. And 13th is the team who should definitely be playing League One football right now, Walsall. Wow, what can I say? Was that the biggest bottle in EFL football, however wide you want to do it? History, maybe. They were 15 points clear, I think, top of the table in January. They came 4th, 7 points off of the title. And then they got to the playoff final, but couldn't do it against Wimbledon at Wembley. Lots of W's and, yeah, shame. And I just think that's going to really lack the momentum, lack the belief for the fans, and it's going to be quite a mediocre season. Okay, so 12th place, and this would be a really good finish for this club, Barrow. Yeah, they're looking pretty solid. 16th last year was comfortable, alright. I feel like this could be really good for them to push on and continue to get closer and closer to playoffs. And hopefully, I'd like to see them go up and start climbing up the pyramids. 11th, Cambridge. Yeah, newly relegated, obviously. Not the best season in League One last year. Of course, they got relegated. I don't think they're doing enough really to go straight back up, bounce back up. again, I'd say the gap between League One and League Two is also pretty small when you see the likes of Stockport and Wrexham doing so well this year in second and third. Those two teams were Wrexham second, Stockport third. Leyton Orient only been up for a couple of years and they got playoffs. So yeah, I think they're going to struggle to bounce straight back up. 10th, I've got Gillingham. Real disappointer of a season last year in 17th. They had some good moments, but it just wasn't consistent enough. I had them definitely be in the playoffs, so looking really good. Had a solid foundations to do well that year and maybe get promoted, but it just didn't work out. There wasn't enough consistency, as I said, and I think it will be a much better season. They'll be fighting for playoffs as they should have last year, but still, not as good as they would want. 9th, I've got Bromley. I think another good season for Bromley. They were 11th last year, so good. I said they'd just stay up. I really underestimated them. They're a great team. You've got great players there. Obviously, maybe the best player in League Two, Michael Cheek, played for Bromley. 25 goals last year and 7 assists, 32 goal contributions. He's a great player. Definitely one to watch for next season. So yeah, I think they'll be pushing for playoffs and maybe they could get them with a bit of luck. Now 8th, just missing out of playoffs. Another team who were a bit underwhelming last year, you could say. Crewe Alexandra. Where did they finish last year? Because they were also looking at autos, a bit like Walsall. They finished 13th in the end when they were playing really well, and I got second at times while Walsall were first. So it was a real shame that they fell off. I think they'll be pushing for playoffs a lot and just miss out, maybe even on the final day though. And now we get our playoffs and our automatic promotions, our top 7. And in 7th place, I've gone for Grimsby Town. They're having a pretty solid transfer window, bringing in lots of players. Finished 9th last season. They want to push on and get into those playoffs, and I think they will just about sneak in there, so really good for them. 6th, I've got, same as last season, Notts County. Yeah, really good, solid team, a big club who definitely deserve a spot in League One. Yeah, and it was just a shame. Didn't quite manage to do it in the playoffs against Wimbledon. And yeah, let's see how they do. I'll give you my playoff predictions in a second. 5th, I have Swindon Town, another team I've been really impressed with in the transfer window. We weren't too sure about them last year. The club and the fan were a bit of a disconnection, kind of. There wasn't much, I don't know how to word it. Not much there wasn't that real good, club feeling that you love to see with lots of teams, sadly. But they're looking lots better, had a good end to the season, finishing in 12th. So yeah, I do think that they're going to do much better this year. Will they go up? We'll find out. Or will it be Notts County? Will it be Grimsby? Or will it be, in 4th place, newly relegated Crawley Town? Yeah, came up via the playoffs couple of seasons ago to League One. It didn't stay up, and yeah, they were quite heavily favoured to go down, really, so it wasn't too surprising that they went down. I think they'll still have a solid season this year, just miss out on autos, so yeah, pretty good for them. And in 3rd, I have the final newly promoted team, newly relegated team, Bristol Rovers. I think they automatically go straight back up. Yeah, if you don't know, a bit different to League One and Championship. 3 get autos, 1 playoff, so 4 teams actually go up. So yeah, really good. I think that would be for them to go straight back up. I definitely think they should still be staying in League One, and hopefully they'll be able to be more solid in League One next year if they go up. Now, second, I mentioned them a bit earlier on, Chesterfield. I think they're going to have a really good season after a great first season back in League Two. Yeah, I'm getting to playoffs in their first season on 70 points was amazing. Shame they couldn't beat Walsall, but there you go. They could even be in League One now. So I think it'll be solid, and I think it's only going to take them 2 seasons to get up to League One. And then my winners, I've seen quite a lot of people have the same top 2 as me. I'll do a drum roll, but if you've been paying attention, you might know who it is. MK Dons. What happened last season, 19th? I think they're going to be doing a lot better this year. Let's have a look. Signing Mendes Lang from Derby. They've got Paul Warner as their manager. I think they should be solid and be quite comfortable to get promoted. So, yeah, you can have whatever opinion you want about how they came about and everything, but really, yeah, I think they've got to win the league. And now quickly, let me do my playoff predictions. So the 4 teams that I have, just to reiterate, are Crawley, Swindon, Notts County and Grimsby. First leg at the 7th and 6th home stadium, so Grimsby 2, Crawley 1, Notts County 1, Swindon 1, so there you go. And then in the second legs, I've got Crawley 3, Grimsby 0, so Crawley go through 4-2 on aggregate. Then Swindon 2, Notts County 0. Swindon go through 3-1 on aggregate, so Notts County semi-final heartbreak once again. Then at Wembley, the final, I think it's going to be Crawley v Swindon for that final promotion spot. And I'm going to go 0-0 after normal time, 0-0 after extra time. And Swindon get promoted to League One. I was always going to say the Premier League. 5-4 on penalties. What a way that'd be for them. A really big former Premier League team. Definitely think they should be going up to League One. They've got, solid fan base, nice stadium. Obviously, that's not what it's judged on, of course, but I think they're going to get promoted. So, just to clarify, 2 teams I think are going to get relegated are Newport and Accrington, and the 4 teams I think are going to get promoted from League 2 are MK Dons, Chesterfield, Bristol Rovers and Swindon. So there you go. So that concludes the video. Nice to kick off this little mini series. Always fun to start off the season like this. And yeah, so lots of good videos on the way. League One probably coming next week, then Championship, Premier League, all that. And then the vlogs, a couple of away vlogs coming up in August, and I'll do a few throughout the season of the different grounds. Hopefully we'll do. I think that could be pretty fun. So, yeah, I've got some I've said this before, I've got some good ideas for videos surrounding one mainly of the 2 aways we've got in August, but I won't tell you which one. If you want, you can look at Watford's schedule and maybe you can guess which one I'm talking about. But as I said at the start of the video, like, subscribe, all of that, and one thing left to say, bye and peace.